there. This video is to help you with Lesson 3's homework assignment today. As I told you yesterday, I am in a meeting. Please pause the video as you need so that you have time to respond with your answers. All right, first I'm starting with the numbers that are the square root of the numbers on the number line. Please copy this on your number line at this time. All right, as we continue, I will use these numbers to help answer the next 3 questions. For letter A, it's asking which point represents the square root of 47. So I'm looking at the highlighted numbers, and it's going to fall between 36 and 49. You have to ask yourself, what number does it fall closer to? So if it's in between, it is closer to the 49. So I'm going to place that on the number line, which is close to E. Write E on the line. For letter B, which point best represents square root of 27? And I look at the highlighted numbers. I find that 25 and 36 is where it would be in between. So I will label it in between. And I notice that D is the closest letter. For C, which point best represents the square root of 11? I see a highlighted 9 and 16, but what I do notice in between here is that there's an A and a B. So you'd have to ask yourself, what does 11 fall closer to? So I'm going to make some dashes in between. If I went from 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, that wasn't very evenly spread out, but we get the point. How many dashes would 11 fall at? So again, 9, 10, 11. The 11, falls right here. So it's closer to 9. So it's A, not B. All right, number 2, I will zoom in. We're estimating the value of the square root of 13. So I'm going to reference this number line, if I can, up above. So 13 is in between the 9 and 16 highlighted, so those numbers are 3 and 4. So I'm going to put that on my number line below. And that again was the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. Where does 13 fall? I can do some dash marks like I did above. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I am on the 10, 11, 12, 13th dash. That means that I'm closer to the 16. So I could say I'm between 3 and 4. And if this was the middle, I'm more than 3.5. So we could say 3.6. Okay. Same as above. This number of 150 does go a little higher. From my memory or from your notes, you could see that I have the square root of 144, which is 12. And the square root that comes next for 13 was 169. Again, I could do some hash marks to help me along. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Going back, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 is right here. And that definitely is closer to the 12. So we'll put between 12 and 13. We know it's closer to 12. Is it in the middle at 12.5 or, pen's not working, closer to the 12? Definitely 12. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have that right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could say maybe the middle of the middle. So let's go with 12.3. Number 4, Miranda bought a square frame that has an area of 30 square inches. Mrs. Todd gave the suggestion, if you know it's a square, draw the shape. So I'm going to draw a square here for us. The area, which takes up all of this space in the center, is 30 square inches. I want to know one side. So we know area was length times width gives me 2 sides. So square root of 30, I'm looking for the number line where this may be your worksheet that had the square root line. I know that 25 can be on this side, 5 times 5, and 6 is going to be over here at 36. Where does 30 fall if 5.5 is the middle? From 25, I have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I'm going to move these up though here in a second. Not this. And where is the middle? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes. And then looking again at 25 or 30 would be 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 is right here. So not quite 5.5. So we're going to say it is 5.4. And again, I only needed to know one side. For this one, we are looking at Tristan wanting to build a square garden. So again, we'll do a square shape to help us visualize. And in his backyard, it will cover an area. So again, that means that it's what's inside the whole area, 75 square feet. I do want to point out that I'm not answering what one side is, but I'm answering what the perimeter. So there will be an extra step. All right, I had to pause because I was interrupted. So again, as I was saying, you have 75 and we need to find the square root, but there is an additional step because I need to find all 4 sides total. So the square root of 75 is going to be close to, my pen turned off, close to 64, which is the square root from, or its square is 8, and then this would be a 9, and that would be 81. Sorry guys, my pen is being technical. So I'm going to ask myself, where does this fall between? And I can do that by hashing it out. So from 64, I'm going to count 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, and then 81 is at the end. So I'm going to try to count where the middle is. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 dots. The middle of that is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my middle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, right here. And I didn't pick that one up. Okay, so where is 65? Or I'm sorry, 75. 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 74 would be right, or 75, sorry, would be right here. And that's closer to the 9 side and bigger than 8.5. So we are going to say that, let's maybe say it's 8.7. So I will look at 4 of the 8.7s for perimeter. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34, decimal, so 34.8 roughly. If I need to be at 32 feet, do I have enough materials? And the answer is no. And you could say because the square root of 75 is larger than 8.5. Sorry, I ran out of room, so I gotta move this up a little. But smaller, sorry, than 9. Okay, and that's a 9, not an 8. All right, continuing. Which of the following, Which of the following is a best estimate of the square root of 90? So we're going to, again, you can use the note table for finding where I got this information. I know that the square root of 81 is 9, which means I'm looking at the next number being 10, and that is the square root of 100. So if I look at the middle where 9.5 would be, where does 90 fall? So I'm going to make some dash marks from 81. I go 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and then this one would be the 100. So I'm going to adjust these so that I found the middle, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 9 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right here is the middle. Then where does 90 fall? 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So it's just on the left side of 9.5. So not the big ones, and definitely not the small one, so it falls here. Number 7, which of the following statements is not true? So I have to read and try each one. So I'm going to write above them so that you can see. So the square root of 10 would be 100, and the square root of 11 is 121. Does 112 fall between? Yes. So I'm off to say I'm going to put true. The square root of 13 was 169, and the square root of 14 was 196. Does 180 fall in the middle? Yes, it does. So this is true. The square root for 4 is 16. The square root for 5 is 25. Does 12 fall in the middle? No. 16 is larger. It doesn't fall in the middle. This is false. I don't even have to work this one out because I found my false answer. But let's do it just in case. It says the square root for 2 would be 2 times 2 is 4, and the square root for 3 times 3 is 9. 5 does fall in the middle, making it true. And our last problem. So we're looking at Mr. Kaufman had asked students to write an example of square root with a greater value of 11, but then less than 11.5. So on my number line, I'm going to do 11 here and 12 here. 11 square root is 121, and then 12 down here is 144. In the middle at 11.5, anything in between, I'm going to highlight it, in between this area is good. Anything outside of it is a no. So Fabio had 119. Where does 119 fall? Before, right? Before 121. It doesn't work. So Fabio is a no. Dean is a 122, and if we look, it's after 121, so Dean is a yes. Edison is a 141, but where exactly does he fall? So let's do some hash marks to find. From 121 to 144, 122, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and then 44 would be the dead end. I'm going to make sure that the hash marks are dead center, and then we can find, it's probably going to move my gray box though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we're going to do 11 and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right here. So just in my box, just a little bit, but that's okay. So 141 is on this end. 44, 43, 42, 41 was right there. 141 is right there. So Edison is a no. Candace is a 133. I could count the hash marks. 22, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130 is right here. And Candace would also be a yes. So Candace and Dean are a yes. For this philosophy of showing work or attempting problems, you do need to do, if I write it, you write it. You can go back on the video on your own if needed and write what has been written and then turn it in again.